Today I'm introducing you to the Democrats' new weapon in their arsenal. Now, we know they've lost millions of young men. The Gen Z vote has really gone right as of the Andrew Tate era and all that. In the 2024 election, they got trounced. So their answer to this is going to be Olivia Julianna, okay? This big, beautiful lady, BBW, is over here being posited as the new Harry Sisson, really. I mean, they're both the same gender. It doesn't matter. Now, she has a new hot take and a new video that's supposed to completely felt the right wing. Let's see. Okay, so this all arose from the fact that Don Jr. in the Trump War Room had posted a bad clip of these two Democrat activists that are about my age, okay? Now let's see what sort of blender happened here.
I also think it's just so abundantly clear that the people who say these things don't actually spend time talking to young men. You know this because we know each other in real life, but I spend a lot of time on college campuses, and I spend a lot of time with
young men.
I love young men. I
What the hell? Okay, number one, that guy on the right is gay. Number two, are you 14 or are you 24? I don't get it. Kind of creepy. SSRI stare. These people are just phenotypically challenged. How hard is it? I mean, people in Hollywood are liberal and they're good looking. Can you get some of those people to start? I know George Clooney's expensive, but come on.
I love frat guys. And in that, I really...
Yikes, bro. They don't like you, bro. I think she goes to campuses and college bars and they confuse her with the Gorlock the Destroyer from the Whatever podcast. And maybe she gets by that.
Like, even the ones that identify as conservative are almost always pro-choice. They're almost always pro-gay marriage. You'd be surprised.
No, they're not. Okay, look, when you say pro-gay marriage, you mean a frat guy's like, yeah, Brent, yeah, who cares, man? Hey, pass me the beer, bro. Like, they don't actually have a cogent political thought in their brain, much less a freaking pro-gay one. Are you kidding me? Out of touch, out of shape, too.
I said the number of them who supported Black Lives Matter. And so I feel like people just kind of lump them into this box when the truth is, again, a lot of them are with us on the issues. They're just not part of our coalition because they feel like they're not welcomed in it.
You don't want to be welcomed in this table. And, you don't want to sit at their table, man. Are you kidding me? These are too dysgenic. And mind you, this white guy, I mean, he's not the worst looking person in the world, but you can just tell he has, like, no aura, no presence. Cringe. I mean, this guy looks like if you were to look down, he's got a Switch with Minecraft on it. No, keep in mind, guys, if you want to feel bad for her, just know that she's 23. She was born in 2002. She's a year older than me. Now, another gem.
As the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
You know that when you're fat, you can't make those jokes and not expect it to kind of reverberate back, okay? You cannot just say that. Jesus. This is our queen with Hillary Clinton, who looks kind of fat herself, to be honest. But I mean, she looks kind of tall, at least, if you're into that, guys. I mean, okay. I almost feel bad, but like I'm a scumbag, so I don't feel bad at all, but this is kind of brutal. Okay, now, Julianna makes a response to Don Jr., saying, since the Trump family has so much to say about me, let me make myself clear. Y'all a bunch of wussies, okay, like the cat. Let's see what her defense is, okay? Now, keep in mind, this is premeditated, scripted. She knew exactly what she was going to say as a response. Was this witty? Was it cogent? Was it sharp? Let's see.
I'm the person that's in charge of bringing young men back to the Democratic Party. According to Donald Trump Jr., Trump War Room, Libs of TikTok. And while none of that's actually true, every single time I saw one of y'all...
Okay, now keep in mind that she was even fatter in the pictures I showed you before, so she's lost a little bit of weight. So she's probably like 1/3 of the weight down to normal size.
Posting about me, I had one main thought at the top of my head. Y'all are a bunch of... Y'all are the ones that made it about a woman and her identity and the way that she looks.
Oh, you're a victim. Victim alert. Victim.
Something that y'all consistently claim the Democrats do. You don't actually give a fuck about young men. And
which is why the young men voted for them? Like, how does that make sense? That's stupid.
That a lot of you want to talk about my weight. You're using pictures of me from about 65 pounds ago. So let me...
These pictures are from, like, the Democrat convention. This is less than a year ago. If you lost a lot of weight, then congratulations to Ozempic and Monjaro or whatever the hell you're on. But still, that was 65 pounds ago. Yeah, and you were a human being. That's like saying, oh, you took a bad angle of a public appearance I did 6 months ago. Like, yes, that's fair game, dude. It's fair game. You lost weight. Congratulations. I couldn't tell. And of course, you're wearing black, which is slimming. Okay, kind of obvious.
Let me ask you this.
And of course, you're not showing the waist down. I don't want to see though.
If I lose another 65 pounds, will y'all actually raise young men's wages?
Maybe do 165 pounds, and then we'll listen. Maybe you'll look more like Selena Gomez and not like if a fat chick ate Selena Gomez. All right.
5 pounds. Will y'all actually raise young men's wages? Will you?
Why do you care about young men's wages? And also, like, why are you gonna wait? Again, this is victim narrative politics. We're gonna raise young male wages and not everybody's wages. How the fuck are you gonna concentrate young male wages as for them getting higher? Unless you're gonna like just raise the wages for people in trades and people that are doing landscaping, I guess. So stupid.
Actually increase funding to mental health services? Or
wait. So you're appealing to young men by saying that we need to increase rehab facilities and mental health asylums for young men to be in. See how condescending that is? Imagine if I said, we need to help black young men. We need more prisons. We need more prisons to help these young black men. Isn't that implying something? Genius. Genius. You're Democrats, by the way.
Or are you just going to find another way to deflect from the fact that y'all don't actually have any policy plan to help them? Y'all can keep making this and just
What? Again, policy plans to help young men? Why? The plan should be for young families, for first-time homeowners. Why just men? Kind of gay.
some kind of big joke of, oh yeah, let's send her to every frat house in the country. I'm not afraid to go into frat houses or
You'd be lucky if they let you in. You gotta hope you got a Margot Robbie as like your friend and you're the fat chick that's with her, okay? Mother henning. Are you kidding me? And you go to frat houses, and honestly, if you're not in the frat, you have a hard time getting in, and much less if you're a fat chick, okay? You're not gonna get in. And it's completely biased. Like, it's clearly like a old-fashioned thing of like, dude, you're too fat, don't get in here. You're not getting the colored wristband. You're not.
to go to college campuses or to talk to Republicans because unlike y'all, I don't think that they're all shallow assholes. I think that they're
Why does she say y'all like she's trying to fit in with like cowboy white people? Like you're not of that culture. I don't say it that often.
because unlike y'all, I don't think that they're all shallow assholes. I think that they're actual people who
Look, I'll defend the frat guys all day, but to say they're not shallow assholes is like the complete opposite of what's the stereotype, okay? Come on. And they're cool, but they're very profound. I don't think so.
can hold a conversation. But clearly, based
About what? Fucking football? What, are you going to pretend like you know something? Like, oh, I played O-lineman in the girl league. Is that what you're going to say?
conversation. But clearly, based off the way you talk about them and the way that you treat them, you think that they're dumb as shit. Well, I actually don't. So I'm going to continue to advocate for young men to get the policy agenda that they do deserve.
Like what? Name 3 things. Name 3 things. What, lower the drinking age from 21 to 18? Actually, that do more than anything you're proposing. What, you're going to say, we're going to have $2 beer nights on Fridays. Like, what?
And I'm going to continue to lose weight. And then maybe when I
I'd fucking hope so. For the sake of like the ground that you stand on, for the sake of the foundation when you go on stage at political rallies, for the thing to not collapse, we're praying you lose weight.
finally do drop that next
Maybe a frat guy will sleep with you one of these days. Maybe.
65 pounds, we can revisit this conversation.
165, sweetheart.
And
165.
they do deserve. And I'm going to continue to lose weight. And then maybe when I finally do drop that next 65 pounds, we can revisit this conversation and see if you can actually stand on business. Because this time,
Stand on business. How about you stand on ground that won't fucking crater beneath your feet, okay? Come on. You're walking in, I mean, you're not walking in general, right? But you are generally, in a rhetorical way, walking into these jokes. Like what she did at the convention. If you're not on the table, you're on the menu or whatever it was. Like, Jesus. Ugh.
wait. And then maybe when I finally do drop that
She's so insatiable. She is so angry. She looks like a... Well, okay, that's too far. I love pigs. I love Charlotte's Web. But anyway, she is so angry and aggro. And she hates herself so much for being obese. Fat people can have swag. Look at Dave Blunt's rapper, Biggie Smalls. Fat people can be accomplished. Peter Griffin, shout out. You're none of those.
next 65 pounds, we can revisit this conversation and see if you can actually stand on business. Because this time, none of you fucking did.
Oh, none of you fucking did. She looks like Chris Christie's daughter. Taco stove. That's crazy. Sheesh. All right, so if you guys are curious as to how she's reacting to getting roasted on the internet by Don Jr. and all of MAGA, let's look at this post, okay? This was literally 4 hours ago. When Fox News dedicates an entire week to tearing you down, but you still have your job, your loving family, and a community that stands with you every step of the way. Again, another fat joke, not too many steps of the way in your life because you're the way you are. Though she is wearing more black, which is supposed to be slimming, so she's even more insecure than before, even as she's losing weight, which is kind of like the opposite of what's supposed to happen. But anyway, one's in chat if you'd smash, two's in chat for letting me know to ban you from the channel, okay? Because this is insane, but okay, crazy take. I'd prefer Joe Biden over this girl. No joke. No joke. Am I crazy? One's in chat if I'm crazy. Actually, five's in chat to distinguish it. That's insane. Okay, look. This is a gold mine, guys. I think we found a new lolcow for the chat. You know, I'd do a 3 or 4 wifey on her, but I mean, it's too damn obvious. Like, she's not in the contention at all. Add him onto the stable with Chris Lowry, freaking Parker, whatever the guy's name, Dean Withers. We got Harry Sisson. We got a bunch of losers, a rogues gallery of dorks. I'm excited at the new Democratic Party, led by their daddy, David Hogg, who in fact is about to get voted out of office later this year or next year, earlier than expected. Looking like a rough term limit right there. Oh my god, man, this is insane. So anyways, if you like the content, like the video, subscribe if you want more content like this, and comment down below all of your thoughts, because we're all enjoying this. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one. Adios.